Hi, I'm Dr. John DeMartini, and you are listening to Empowered Living.
Hi, this is Mark Hope.
Hi, this is Dr. Maraboli.
Hi, this is Dr. John Gray, author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus.
Hi, this is Joan Borisenko. I'm author of Your Soul's Compass, and you're listening to Empowered Living.
Hi, this is Stephen Mitchell.
And Byron Katie.
Hi, this is James Redfield, author of The Celestine Prophecy.
Hi, this is Dan Millman, author of Way of the Peaceful Warrior.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Pat Basili, the host of The Dr. Pat Show. I want to welcome you to a show that will change your life. Steve Maraboli, a very, very dear friend of mine, has been helping people take their lives to the next level. He is one of the most fabulous people to help each and every one of us understand the depth and the breadth of who we are. I am so grateful that he is my friend and helps me when I'm stuck.
Hi, this is Gregg Braden, and you're listening to Empowered Living with Steve Maraboli.
A Better Today welcomes you to Empowered Living, Life, the Truth, and Being Free with host, speaker, writer, and personal coach Steve Maraboli. In the next hour, Steve and his expert guests take you on a quest for truth and highlight philosophies and strategies that help you release your greatest self. It's time to focus on your potential instead of your limitations. Here's your host, Steve Maraboli.
Welcome. You're listening to Empowered Living, Life, the Truth, and Being Free. I'm your host, Steve Maraboli. As always, listeners are welcome to call in if you'd like to talk about success, empowerment, religion, business, or just life in general. Feel free to call and participate. The number is toll-free 866-472-5788. That's 866-472-5788. You can also reach us through instant feedback on AOL Instant Messenger. The screen name is ABT Radio Show. That's ABT Radio Show, one word. I want to welcome all new and returning listeners. We always get reports back on who's listening to the show, who's logging in, where this is being heard. I also get tons of feedback at abettertoday.com, and it's absolutely amazing that not only do we get listeners from all across the U.S., but really, really starting to build a large listenership in Europe, in South and Central America, in Australia, and I'm really, really proud simply because that means I have great listeners who are spreading the word about this show. You all are making tons and tons of CDs and handing them over to friends. There's some amazing shows we've had, whether they're shows with some of the best-selling authors that we have on or shows that I do a little mini-seminar. People are handing them around and passing them around, and people are logging into Voice America to check out the show, so thank you for doing that. Today, we have another great guest. As you know, as this show has evolved, it's become a meeting place for today's great thinkers and communicators. And from my point of view, I get to have really cool people on whose books I read, and today's no exception. Today we'll have a great guest joining us shortly, Gregg Braden. For over 20 years, Gregg Braden has searched high mountain villages, remote monasteries, and forgotten texts to uncover their timeless secrets. He is internationally renowned pioneer in bridging science and spirituality. I'm a big fan of his work, and he'll be with us shortly. But first, of course, I want to say hello to the A Better Today community. You all continue to do good stuff and help others around the world. I'm blessed to be a part of this community of people who really want to make a change and are letting their actions speak of that change. For those of you who are wondering about the A Better Today community, we are a worldwide community of individuals dedicated to making a change one day at a time. Members include people of all walks of life, genders, races, and countries from across the globe and in all socioeconomic conditions. There's no membership fee. There's no place to sign up. Just decide in your heart to make a difference and start today. And remember, how can you make a difference? Just remember the power of one. One kind gesture, one person at a time, one day at a time. Just do something today that will make a difference for someone around you. It's that simple. The simplest gesture of kindness can have a tremendous effect on someone's life. It's time to just stop talking about change. It's time to be the change. Today is a new day. Take action. And if you're a member of the community and you want to say hello, feel free to visit us at abettertoday.com or visit our MySpace, myspace.com, A Better Today community, or myspace.com, Steve Maraboli. And again, visit our website for more information about that. I want to get to the show because I want you all to get as much time from Gregg as possible. For over 20 years, Gregg Braden has searched high mountain villages, remote monasteries, and forgotten texts to uncover their timeless secrets. New York Times bestselling author Gregg Braden is internationally renowned as a pioneer in bridging science and spirituality. To date, his work has led to such paradigm-shattering books as the Isaiah Effect, the God Code, and his newest book, The Divine Matrix, Bridging Time, Space, Miracles, and Belief. Gregg's work is now published in 16 languages and 25 countries, and it shows us beyond any reasonable doubt that we have the power to reverse disease, redefine aging, and even change reality itself by embracing the focused power of the human emotion and the quantum language of change. He's here with us today to share his insights, philosophies, and knowledge. Gregg Braden, welcome to the program.
Well, good afternoon, Steve. It's really great to hear your voice. I'm thrilled to be on the program again. Thank you for inviting me back, and thank you for the kind words leading into this introduction as well.
There's times that people come on, and the feedback is tremendous, and last time you were on, it really was. You have really bridged this gap, and it's something that so many of us talk about, but you and your extensive research and study, and you take action on this. I mean, you really follow up on this. These books you write, and what I love about the Divine Matrix specifically is it's only a couple hundred pages, but there's a world of knowledge in there. And on my show, I always joke around and I say, it's funny. So many authors, you might pick up a 500-page book on simplicity, And to me, if you can't say it in a couple hundred pages, maybe you don't understand it as well either. And this book, a couple of hundred pages. And I've read it several times and always pick up something new. And you really do bridge that gap. But I want to spend this hour that we have, and it's a really short show. I want people to just hear it from you. So I'm going to start with a doozy right away. And we're talking about reality. I want you to tell us, what is our reality?
That's the easiest question of the hour. Because what the most cherished spiritual traditions of our past have always said, and what our own science now in Western language is telling us as well, is that our reality is nothing more and nothing less than a mirror of what we claim in our lives, of what we claim in our beliefs, in our thoughts, our feelings, and our emotions. And as simple as that sounds, what we're now beginning to understand is it is actually a very sophisticated technology, an internal technology where we create in our hearts and in our minds the experiences that we'd like to have in the world around us. And this stuff, this mysterious quantum essence that fills what we used to think was the empty space of the universe, is the mirror that reflects back to us in our relationships and in our health, in our spiritual and material abundance, all of the things that we have created in our imagination. And from this perspective, the boundary between imagination and reality gets really fuzzy, because what it says to us is that we literally can create anything in our world if we are capable of imagining it and claiming its belief in our hearts. And through this hour, we'll talk about the language that allows us to claim those truths as our reality.